Good morning. I am very, very stoked and happy that we get to start this game today. I know we had a little bit of a shake-up there, but it's going to be a good game, fun game, probably a competitive one. Let's see what happens. The code word is Peasant Wall. Right now it's 1:05 Eastern Time in the afternoon. We've got some things to do. I'm going to start doing this as Japan because there's a lot to do. Anything here means I've got a planned item in my head, whether it's combat or non-combat. So that's what those are, just as an FYI. So I'm going to get my written instructions here. And let's see, we have 2 infantry and 1 artillery from Jahal into Chahar, which is a walk-in. And Japan will go up 1. China will go down 1. We have a planned walk-in to Anhui from 3 infantry and an artillery from both Shantung and Kiangsu. Anhui is now Japanese, and we will go again up 1. Pretty standard opener, right? Everybody does the same thing with Japan unless you do a J1. Here in Kiangsi, we're going to leave 1 guy, and we're going to go in with 2 guys and an artillery. In Hunan, we're going to go from Formosa 1, 2, 3, and land in Guangxi. I'll probably update that in the written instructions. Also, the planes from Manchuria are going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to land in Guangxi. That's an additional 2 fighters and 2 tactical bombers, bringing the total planes in Hunan to 3 fighters and 2 tactical bombers. I just realized that my written instructions, and it was an intention as well, was to bring the mechanized infantry from Manchuria 1, 2 into Anhui as well. In Yunnan, where the peasant wall is the fiercest, we're going in with 3 infantry and an artillery from Guangxi. We are sending the fighter and the tactical bomber from Kiangsu 1, 2, 3, 4 into Guangxi. Fighter and tactical bomber. Also, the strap bombers can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they will also take part in that battle. Those are the 4 combats that I had. I'm going to go ahead and roll out the 2 in China. Here I've got 1, 1 and 2 2s, which are the black and the green. That's 2 hits, mopped them up. And in response, China has 1 hit. So we will take Hunan. I will lose an infantry unit, leaving me with 1 infantry and 1 artillery in Hunan. And the planes, again, are going to all recover. I'm still trying to get a hold of this filming thing while I'm doing this. So if my videos are bad, I apologize. The planes are going to recover here in Guangxi. So that's Hunan. That's Japan up 1. And China, again, down 1. Here in Yunnan, I have 2 at 2 and 2 at 1 from the land units. I've got 2 hits there. I now have a 3 and 3 4s. I only need 2 more. I got 3. You're cleaned up. In response, you have got 4 2s. I'm going to re-roll this. 2 hits. Anything leaning or out of the box, I re-roll. So 4 hits to you. And those guys are already dead, so I'm putting them away. I lose 2 in Yunnan. I'll lose the 2 chips. We will take Yunnan with an infantry and an artillery. And again, I go up 1. China goes down 1. So China started at 12. They lost 1, 2, 3, 4. They're down to $8. The planes, again, will all cover in Guangxi. Thankfully, Sired Blood made this zone big because he knows that everyone does this. I'll do a final plane count there in just a moment. That was it for combat moves. As far as non-combat moves, we are going to, as I clean up my board here a little bit, We got a lot to do. So first off, we're going to take an artillery and an infantry from this transport in C-Zone 19. Artillery from Manchuria, infantry off Okinawa. He is going to go from 19 to 21 to 34 to 33. You know what? Stand by. Stand by. No, he's going to leave these guys. This guy from Kiangsu that I was gonna or this guy from Oki will stay in Oki. This guy from Kiangsi will non-combat into Hunan. Because there's some other things I want to do. You know what? Screw that. Nope. I'm doing just as I intended. Oh, this guy was there anyway. Kiangsi. I'm getting myself all confused here. Yeah. This guy was still in Kiangsi. Okay, he's going to stay there. I am going to take this artillery and this infantry, and we are going to go down here to Caroline, and we're going to drop them off. Getting my written instructions here. We are additionally going to send the transport from here. I'm going to pick up this guy that I will have left there, and he'll go 1, 2 to Palau Island, and he will drop him off in Palau Island, and the cruiser will go ahead and escort him down there to C-Zone 34. The fleet in C-Zone 19, outside of the destroyer, are going to move to C-Zone 6, but first I'll move C-Zone 6 stuff out of the way. The 2 carriers are coming down to C-Zone 33 in the Carolines. The battleship is coming down to the Caroline Islands. The 1 destroyer from C-Zone 6 is coming down to the Caroline Islands. 1 destroyer is moving to C-Zone 16 as a blocker. 1 cruiser is going to move down 1, 2, 3 to C-Zone 34 as such. And 1 submarine is going to come down to C-Zone 33 in the Caroline Islands as well. The items in C-Zone 19 will move up to C-Zone 6. As such, they moved. The transport starting in C-Zone 6 will take a tank and an infantry from Japan, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to C-Zone 36, and they will drop them off in Kwangsi. That destroyer I said that went to C-Zone 6, he's not going to do that. He's actually going to come down here to C-Zone 36. He was started in 19. He's going to go 1, 2 to 36. The fighter plane in Okinawa is going to go 1, 2, 3 to Johol. The plane in Korea is going to come to Johol. The 2 tactical bombers off Japan will go 1, 2, 3 to Johol. These infantry will come up from Manchuria to Johol. The infantry in Korea will move up to Manchuria. Let me make sure I had everything right here. That looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fighter planes from Japan are going to take off. They're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land in the Caroline Islands. That's done. So I think we're looking pretty much there, gentlemen. Here was my buy. I've got 6 kamikazes still. 3 transports is 21, and artillery is 4. That's 25. I start with 26, so I have $1 left over. So this is spent. That's saved. we will place pretty obviously here an artillery and 3 transports on Japan and the Sea of Japan, respectively. This red ship becomes, instead of a red ship, it's a green ship and a white ship with a Japanese infantry as such. And here are the unit totals. Planes in Kwangsi: 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters, 1, 2, 3 tactical, 2 strat. Johul, 2 fighters, 2 tacticals. Caroline Islands, 3 carriers, 3 fighters, 3 tacticals, 2 destroyers, a sub, a battleship, and 1 transport. Palau has 1 transport, 2 cruisers. Seazone 36 has a destroyer and a transport. Siam doesn't do anything. I am at $30. Collect 10, that's 40. Plus the one I had saved is 41 IPC. And I will type up my non-combat. Thank you.